What is up to everybody watching the Disciple Download? We got another episode. The Disciple Download is on the road. I kind of meant to say that in my other episodes, but you just have to forgive me. I am joined by one of my brothers, Kevin Christopher. Kevin is a longtime friend. I say long time, it's been like a year.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
It's a long time.
so we met last year.
Yeah.
And Kevin's had quite a journey. So he's been doing some cool stuff on social media. So
Yes.
why don't you tell me kind of like some of your sauce about how you've been getting everything going?
On social media, especially. Okay, so I think from the beginning, I kind of looked at other people as models of what are singers doing right now
That's
on social
idolatry,
media,
Kevin.
especially like TikTok. And so a lot of them are just kind of staying stagnant, singing well, but once I started doing it, and I mean, I was like 200 videos in, I'm like, my views aren't going really up because I'm really like one of 100 rather than one of one. So I'm like, what can I do to kind of separate myself? So I leaned into my personality, leaned into what my life is right now. That's being a dad, a homeschooling dad, and somebody that wants to instill faith into my children in everyday things. So then I began thinking of like, why don't I sing while I'm doing the laundry? Because that's what I do, people. I just do the laundry. I do the dishes. I bake cookies. I do homeschooling for my boy and girls. So I'm like, why don't we just institute that and see what happens? So I just turn the camera on, start singing, and my kids are so used to me doing it anyways, so they're just kind of nonchalant about it. And so once I started leaning into that, God started blessing it. And I, about 3 months ago, I had my first YouTube video that went over 1 million. And just 4 or 5 days ago, I had another video on YouTube that blew up to 1 million. And my TikToks are doing well too. I have 400,000 on one and 350,000 on another. So one of those things that I said, should I do TikTok? Am I too old for it? But people on the TikTok scene are yearning for the Lord.
Yeah.
So I've been very, very successful, even though I'm so old. So there you go.
You can't be that much older than me.
Older than Abraham.
um, so tell me a little bit about Hello God. How is that going?
Okay.
I know, you released that probably, close to a year?
It's like 7 months, 8 months, something like that. Yes, but it feels like a long time because after you kind of birth a baby, or birth an album, it's like, wow. And then it's like, what do you do with it once it's completed? Like, there's so much that goes on getting it to like for human consumption. So it's like, I had that period after the album where it was like, now what? Because it's like being an independent artist is hard. It's hard. You don't know anybody in the radio business. Breaking into like radio, Christian radio, especially into CCM, it's like there's a blockade after blockade after blockade. And I'm learning the business now a little bit, and knowing that CCM, basically they get together and they will figure out the certain amount of songs that are going to be upcoming for the next year, and they have it planned right before the year even starts.
Oh my goodness.
So it's not like something like I could, release something in September and say, hey guys, can I play something for you? They're like, no, first off, we don't know you. And who's your agent? Who's your record label? We don't have that. And we already have everything for the year and maybe for the next year. So that's been hard. It's been a hard reality. I never expected to be like, I'm going to put this album and everybody's going to love it, and I'm going to be on TV and all that stuff. I didn't have that kind of mindset, but it's just thinking about where to play. Where can I put this music that will be accepted? Because you think that you can just kind of play anywhere, and you can't, because I've tried to go into different restaurants, different event spaces, and it's a very quick no to Christian music. So it's just finding that path, finding what my lane in is, and making the right connections. And one of those right connections were today. So
Well, that was kind of something I was thinking about. Um, is a lot of the places that you're asking to play.
Hmm.
Um, you're wow. Okay.
Hello,
Um,
hello, God.
you you're kind of going on a Friday, Saturday night bar scene,
Yeah, yeah,
just to be honest. And
yeah,
I could imagine that might be a little bit weird
yeah,
sometimes. Uh, a Christian artist coming in,
yeah,
like, and I'm not casting judgment, but somebody might be feeling pretty good. They might be feeling a different kind of spirit,
yeah, yeah.
and then you're bringing the Holy Spirit in. What I mean, like, have you had weird reactions with that?
Um, Not yet. Not so much yet because you say that I am going into bars, but unfortunately, I mean, at first I was like, I'm not going into bars because that's what a right Christian does. But the right Christian will go into those bars. They
Yep.
will go into the messy places
Yep.
because that's where God is needed most. But I will say, doors close very easily in those bar scenes for me. I've been thankful to go into more family-oriented places that just happen to have liquor or something like that. But with that, it's been okay. I mean, we did a couple of concerts at a place similar to what we're talking about, and the first time I had a lot of my people, my security blanket, people from my church, people that know me were there supporting me. So it was much easier than the second time. The second time, it was like me and the band and a whole lot of people that didn't know me from Adam, and spent their time mostly eating and drinking while I was singing. So it's weird as a Christian artist, especially when your sole purpose is not to be background noise. It's to put Jesus front and center, being that. So it's hard to work around that. But I know that when God puts me in a place, I just say yes, yes, sir, and keep moving. But I'm still trying to figure out that lifestyle. So it's still ongoing. But I am venturing in there, but it's hard and tricky to continue in it.
Sometimes I think, for me with you, I think of a Bible verse with you. So I think of, like, you very much are like a Galatians 6:9. Like, don't grow weary.
Yeah.
And I've seen you plug, like, for the year and a half that I've known you, you plug, you plug, you plug.
Yeah.
You could very well have gotten to a point where you're like, man, bump this. I it's slow.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It's not doing what I want. But
Yeah.
I feel like, man, you're so faithful
Yeah.
to what God is asking you
Yeah.
to do that you're like, you know what? Even if it's not like that,
Yeah.
this is for you, God.
Yeah. I love that you say that and I appreciate that. But there are times where it's daily that I get into certain situations. Even last night. Okay, so last night I was at a performance and did a lot of plugging for it. I mean, did really interesting, fun videos for this place that I was performing at and sent out invites on event spaces, sent them to multiple places on social media platforms. And it looked like there was going to be a fair amount of interest in it. We get there, and it was kind of disappointing. And there was that moment, and there's always that moment when the enemy comes in, and like, why even try do this? Why even try do this, Kevin? You're not gonna get anywhere. Just stop. Just quit. And I will be very transparent. It is very hard in those moments to be like, you're right. I don't think I can make it. There's really no avenues for me. I have no label. I'm very independent. I'm a Christian trying to break into music. And so there's and my age. I know we joke about it, but I feel like, that is always feels like a barrier for me. But it's in here. It's in here. I know it's in here, and it's the enemy.
Think
so
about Moses.
yes, and you just walk by faith, and I will live and breathe and walk that Galatians verse, even in the hard moments. So I appreciate that you see it from the outside looking in, that Kevin's just like It's okay. Keep going, keep going. There's times when I fall and I falter and I question, and there's a lot of whys to God for this, but I know that He is making a way for me, and it's not in my timing, it's His timing. So
That's it, man.
yeah.
So, you're in seminary right now,
Yes,
correct?
I'm in seminary as well. Yeah.
So tell me how that's going.
It's amazing. It's great. It's hard. It really empties me in the most amazing way. It empties me of all of that stuff, that sin, that shame, that weariness, that worry, that doubt, and being able to be in the Word pretty much every day has helped me traverse this type of industry that is very hard. And I am not stupid to the fact that when you see the brand new up and comer artists in any type of music, this person has been, for the most part, usually grinding for 10 years.
Yeah, man.
So it's a journey to get to those young rookies that are already, like, very well social media savvy, have a huge following, have been touring under people. And so that is something that I'm still walking through. So I'm not stupid to that. But being in seminary, coincidingly trying to start this career, has been such a blessing.
That's a blessing.
Even the
man.
long
That's
nights,
great.
it's been such a blessing.
Yeah, I think there's a very fine line, because you do want to watch numbers, obviously, because
Yeah.
if your numbers grow and you're reaching people for Jesus.
Yeah.
But also then there's the balance of, I want to make sure that I don't get so caught up in the numbers.
Yes.
So it's tough, but there is a very real reality to say, yeah, like I do care about the numbers because I care about who I'm reaching.
There you go. And that's the thing that I think that the magic sauce of that balance I was missing early on in my journey of doing this social media thing, trying to reach people. And so early on, I was like, I will not do TikTok. I will not ever be in that presence, because there's a lot of evil things that go on there.
Yeah.
And I, again, will say the age, I felt like I was too old for it, but God kept pressing on me that this is the place you need to be, because there's so much need for you in that space. And when I got into it, I'm like, well, now what? What do I do? Do I just be like everybody else and just promote my music this certain way? And through a lot of trial and error and prayer, especially, I knew that being me and just really putting the message of Jesus in the forefront of every single thing that I did, I didn't need to worry about the numbers, because the numbers would come because Jesus blessed it, and it wasn't because I was trying to do something different from what He had it planned all along.
Well, I have to tell you, man, you're such a faithful dude. Anytime I've ever asked for you to do anything for my previous podcast,
Yeah.
the current podcast,
Yeah.
is always.
It's always a yes for me. It's always a yes for me, to my detriment sometimes, maybe. But I know that when things come into my path, there's a reason for it. Now, there have been some things maybe that are maybe not the best avenues for me to get into that I say yes, but I think I've become a little more discerning, and being faithful to just breathing and listening when it happens. But yes, I try to say yes as much as I can, because you never, ever, ever know what will happen from any little thing that you do. You always have to do that, because wherever I'm in my journey, whoever I'm coming across, when they're asking me to do something, they might be early on in a journey where they're like, I don't have anything like I was, let's say a year ago. So I want to make sure that I pay it forward with other people that are going through this, and those people will in turn bless me with opportunities.
Well, I want to ask one question before we go.
Yes.
So, if you had advice for somebody that's new to the faith,
Yeah.
and somebody that's seasoned, like been a Christian, what's discipleship look like for each of those people?
Ooh, Um, you know, I think that the real beautifully packaged answer for that would be that they are completely different. But I will tell you, it's 100%. It's the same thing, because the people that are most entrenched in their faith are the hardest to kind of tear down and rebuild.
Yeah.
So I would say that whenever I get to somebody that is looking for advice, that are super faithful, super entrenched in their Christianity, I say that I tell them that they need to strip everything that they have preconceived in their mind and just sit and listen, instead of saying, well, this is what God told me to do this, and I will tell you all the verses of reasons why I need to do this and all the stuff. I say you just sit and listen like you are a newborn in the faith, because that's where the blessings come. Because I remember when I first started a year ago, I was just like, yeah, I've been a singer all my life. I've been a worship leader for over a decade. I know this thing. I know what I can do. I know my music. I know this will touch people. And then that first roadblock, I'm like, oh man, I don't know anything. I don't know. I am such a rookie and such a baby in this business. So I would say you treat them just the same, whatever mark they are in their journey of faith. You just keep on telling them that you need to, and it's funny. It's kind of like my songs that I sing, Growing Younger. It's like, when I made that song, Growing Younger, it was all about that time of my life when I was saying, I'm too old. I'm too far gone. The dreams that I had are never going to happen right now. That is way in my past. But it was that moment where I stopped growing older, but growing younger in my faith, that the blessings began to flow.
Yeah.
And it was like putting whatever was going on in my body in the background, and of being all about listening under the tree of God. And that's where the blessings start.
That's good. Well, Kevin, thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for your time.
Always a pleasure. I will do anything for you, my friend. I love you.
will. I
Love
love
you.
you too, man. Thanks.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching the Disciple Download.